on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Saturday. Hope you're having an awesome day wherever you are. Having a look at what is going on. Bitcoin is actually up today. However, if you look at the resistance, we are trying so hard to break through this critical level, and every single time we just keep getting rejected. So are we going to see Bitcoin have that major blast off today, or are we going to finally just get rejected for the last time and fall lower? Well, I have an interesting chart that I want to bring up, and I want to talk about it because it could give us clues as to what is going to happen next. And when you see the way we've been following this thing, it's crazy. Now, I know past performance doesn't necessarily indicate the same results are going to happen, but it's fun to entertain this. Now, I love how yesterday we were just joking about putting in this ridiculously long Bart Simpson pattern, right? And lo and behold, if we actually come over to ByBit, look at what we're doing. This is crazy. So this is the Bart Simpson pattern, and you know that when we get to the end of these things, we usually have a major move. Now, just this morning, literally, less than 10 minutes ago, before I even started the video, we had a major pump up to about a almost $10,900 Bitcoin. We fell down since, but you could see we are trying again to break through this resistance. So I want to talk about this today because we need to figure out what is happening relatively soon. Also, before we get on, guys, I just want to mention this. So for all of you that have been sending me crazy amounts of messages asking me about the market cipher, what you guys got to do, first of all, if you want the 20% off for Crypto Face's group, because he's only doing this for the rest of the weekend, and the reason I'm putting it in the video now is so the next time somebody asks me, I could just go, hey, check out the video. So long story short, we're doing a 20% off on his market cipher or on his whale crew. If you're interested, all you got to do is sign up for ByBit using my referral link below, and then go over to his latest video. It's called Major Long Zombie Invasion Market Breakdown, okay? Go follow the in the description, it tells you what to do. Let him know that you signed up under me. He'll verify that, and then within 24 to 48 hours, you'll have access to those, okay? So that's basically what you guys have to do. It's only going on for the rest of this weekend, and then you're not gonna be able to get the 20% off. So if you're interested, sign up using my referral link, go over to his page, follow the instructions, and you get 20% off. Also, if you're interested, his Discord group is totally free, okay? It doesn't give signals, but if you want to join it, it's free, all right? So that's for everyone that's been asking me this past few days. I must have had 25 different emails and messages from you guys, so just wanted to let you guys know that is the situation. Now let's give this a quick refresh live. 65.4% Bitcoin dominance. The altcoins are actually outperforming Bitcoin today. If we look at the biggest gainers, we have Wax up 34%, Bitcoin SV 25%, Aurora, Japan Content, Lisk, Tron, Golem, Omizego next. Oh, guys, by the way, speaking of Tron, I forgot to tell you guys this. I'm going to the Warren Buffett lunch. Yeah, I'm going to be there. I can't guarantee that I'll actually be at the lunch itself, but I will be at the event. If I could actually get to the lunch, that'd be pretty cool. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I'll let you know what's going on with that. But that's basically the situation right now. Now, we are having incredibly strong buys, strong. Obviously, people are getting pretty excited about, this little pump that's trying to happen right here, right? But having a look right here, you could see that we're still being rejected. Look at that. Yes, we pumped all the way up to the critical level, that $10,700 line, and we instantly got rejected. Now, look at how we just keep getting rejected by this line over and over and over again, with the exception of these, 2 times that we broke out, but we didn't stay up there long and we came right back in, right? So we're being rejected again. And if we don't break out above this, we're most likely going to fall back down in this channel, maybe retesting down to 9,300. That's if we don't break out. Currently, as I'm making this video, we're sitting right there. So maybe by the end of this video, we'll have a better idea. But that's the situation. Now, my buddy Jacob Canfield over here, he's the guy that does signal profits. He says garbage trading right now. Scalp to fuel profitable trades, but it's mostly just whales pumping and dumping. Neutral for now, but death cross on the 4-hour looming. Order books are thin, and this action makes Bitcoin look like a penny stock. Bullish above 11K, bearish below 9,800. Now, if you guys see right here, we spoke about this. So you have the 50 moving under the 100 and then under the 200. And right here, we are literally touching these two averages, and we are about to enter what is known as a death cross. Now, this is on the lower time frames. This is not good. This is a very bearish indicator, okay? Sure, we could have whale manipulation. The whales may know that everybody's looking at this and they go, okay, let's pump the price. Or maybe that's what they were trying to just do before and it didn't work. We're going to have a better understanding of this clearly after this plays out. Once we actually have the cross, we're going to know which way this thing is going, but it is a very bearish signal, guys. So, keeping with the trend here, if we were to fall down, let's say we come down here, not directly down, but I would assume it would, I don't think we're going to do like a straight, drop, right? But, maybe we have some kind of, I don't know, guys. Maybe we do something. Maybe we stay in this this channel, kind of, something. I don't know. I'm going crazy with the lines here, but you could see we could go down to about that $8,400, $8,500 level that we've been talking about. Another thing to look at is we could be in this steep channel. As you can see, we're not going above the resistance here at this 10,700. So then we might fall even deeper down in this channel. A less severe channel would be if we were to just use these highs and lows. We put in this lower high and we put in this lower low. So we might just keep bouncing around like this. It may not be as extreme. And as you can see right here, this is my blue box territory. This is my zone that I was looking at where I was saying if we were to go above this, that would make me very bullish and I would be interested in putting it along or something of that nature if we were to break through that. But you can see that we're being stomped out by the 21 EMA and we refuse to stay in this box. So a lot of bearish signals today. Like, I wish I could talk about something positive, but there's not a lot of positive things on the charts right now. But the one thing that I wanted to point out was I had put a video out a few days ago, I don't even remember, and it was talking about a fractal pattern on gold, and it actually got a lot of dislikes on the video, which was interesting. But I think it was just because that day Bitcoin went down. But I'm talking about the bigger picture here. I'm not talking about what's just happening in a day or 2 days. I'm talking about what's going to happen in the next 6 months, what's going to happen in the next year, right? And I just need to reiterate this pattern one more time because I need to show you how unbelievably similar this is. Now, obviously fractals, they don't necessarily play out, but these are on different charts. Conspiracy, call it what you want. Let's look at this because this is nuts, right? So I want you guys to look at this. So Bitcoin was essentially consolidating back here. So this purple trend line shows the trend we were putting in until we had the blast off, right? This blue line right here represents the resistance that we had. Now, obviously we broke up here. We did a little bit of a Bart Simpson kind of thing and came back down. But essentially, this was the trend. You can see we pumped up here. I've gone over the percentages. I'm not going to do the percentages. We're just going to look at it with our eyes. We don't need to figure out the percentage of everything. We've already done that. Look, we pumped up here. We hit a high. We came down, up, down again. So we put in an M shape and we've had a little bit of a fake out right here. Okay. Now let's go look at the gold chart. I know. A lot of people didn't like when I compared this the first time, but look at this similarity, guys. So look, you have this period right here of accumulation. Okay, here's the resistance. We break out, and this is back. This is the gold chart from 2006, 2007, or 2007, excuse me. Look, we had the break up. We came out. We came down, up, down. We put in an M shape. Now, currently, this is where we're sitting. Now, look, after this point, right here, gold had a fake out rally, okay? Before it dumped all the way back down to previous resistance, and, then literally took off, okay? So the question is, this little rally that we had right here, was that the rally that we had where we put in this percentage when we came down here and Bitcoin popped up it was about 20%. Was that the rally? Was that the fake out? Or are we due for another fake out before? If you think we're going to follow this. So there is a chance that Bitcoin may pump short term a little bit, but then instantly get pulled back, okay? But like I said, a lot of these indicators are still showing downwards action. I mean, and you can see right here on the 2-day chart compared to the monthly. I mean, look at the similarities between these two charts. So I don't know, guys. I mean, a lot of people were saying, oh, it's just a bunch of baloney, but come on. It's really crazy how similar they are, right? But anyway, that was just what I wanted to point out. We've spoken about these CME futures gaps. And like I said, all of these different things we were looking at, if we were to go down to those lows, they would all close us right at the bottom of the CME's gap. So it's almost starting to seem like a self-fulfilling prophecy at this point, but we'll have to keep our eyes on it. As you guys know, we went over this chart, most Bitcoin pullbacks, the highest one here from last year was 41.3%. So like I said, guys, if we were to drop down all the way to 8,500, just once again, for people that are new on the channel, that would be a 40% drop. Okay, so that would put us right in line for what we would expect. these are our levels we've been looking at. Not going to go over this again. You guys know all of the key levels we've been looking at. Yeah, I mean, if you've been watching the channel, you literally know what the levels are that we're looking at right here. And having a look over at the market cipher indicator, you could see on the daily, it actually did put in a cross up here, a red cross, which signals that we're going to go into a bearish price movement. And even though we've had a little bit of upwards trajectory since then, we've actually ultimately gone down ever since that. I'm still learning this. I'm still like trying to piece this together and figure out how it works. But so far, this thing has definitely called a lot. I mean, even right here, you know, I mean, we had that little mini pump this morning, that little crazy pump. And look, just before, literally on the 4 hours. So this was, you had time if you were to put in a long, and look, the green dot signaled that it was going to pump. And if we go over here, all right, now it's back to normal. But had you got in, you could have got that pump. I mean, look at how crazy that is. That literally called the freaking pump. That's nuts. I want to show you something cool also about Market Cipher. So if we zoom out to the weekly, look at how this predicted. This is actually pretty nuts, guys. This is pretty crazy. So the last time it had a green dot, and it doesn't do a lot of these green dots, which are longs, it's a long signal on the higher time frames, but look at this. The last time the Market Cipher put in a green dot to long Bitcoin was October 26th of 2015. And look at this, guys. Look at this. You could have longed that all the way to the peak, and then you finally got a red triangle. Well, you had one here too, but yeah, I think that was crazy. And then look at this. Where did it put it in on Market Cipher B? If you scroll down here, it literally put the green dot at the bottom. Where was that? Bitcoin was $3,200. So that's basically the beginning. And then it had another confirmation pump right around the $9,000 level. Actually, let me see. The wick was actually closer to 7.5. So I don't know, man. This thing is pretty incredible. I'm definitely looking to use it a lot more. But yeah, so that's basically the situation moving forward. For people asking about altcoins, currently Bitcoin dominance has pulled back a little bit from the 70% resistance that we had back here. So are altcoins going to rally? Yes, they are rallying right now. Are they going to have a major rally? I don't know, guys. Like we got to get like to 50%, man. I mean, if you don't get below 50%, you're not going to have a major altcoin rally like a season. You're just going to have smaller altcoins popping off, you know? So if we can get back here, maybe down to some of these lower levels, maybe around to 60%, then you may actually see the altcoins blasting off. But let's talk about some fundamental news, because finally, hopefully, on July 22nd, user acceptance testing is scheduled to begin according to Bakkt. Yes, that's right. So they're looking to finally launch sometime in this third quarter. Please, Bakkt, don't get pushed back again. So as you can see, quant strategist Sam Doctor says Bakkt could be a huge catalyst for institutional participation in the crypto market. And there was a digital asset summit that they went to, and these were some of the key takeaways. So, you know, you could say that they're doing the testing in 2 days from now, the 22nd. I think that's 2 days from now. I might have lost track. Yeah, Monday, right? So they're doing that. They say that the CFTC is seeing growing demand and interest for Bitcoin futures from the public. Investors at the event are excited about Bakkt's launch. Moorhead believes that crypto-based microtransaction payments will drive financial inclusion, which is something that they're going to be helping with. And the other thing too is, you know, it's really important to realize that these things are physically backed. They're not cash settled, right? So you are going to need Bitcoin in order to partake in these futures. So well, I mean, come on, let's be honest. It's going to increase the demand. So if you increase the demand, well, you know how that goes, especially with the halvening coming, which we've spoken about. The other thing is, you can see that they said that it seems there's a critical mass of adopters, brokers, market makers, proprietary trading desks, and liquidity providers who are all ready to participate for the first time from day one of the launch of Bakkt. So we're not just talking about these just institutional traders, maybe some retail guys that are accredited or have a certain amount, right? No, we're talking about all these different people interested, right? Also super quick, I just want to because it's starting again, the India FUD is starting again. India's Minister of State for Finance says no cryptocurrency ban, okay? Can we just stop with the whole India's banning crypto thing? Moving on, speaking of banning cryptocurrencies, though, one country, the United States, that's been having a lot of attention lately. People are very scared about whether or not, you know, President Trump's going to come out and ban Bitcoin the same way that he did with the stuff from Venezuela. So some people are saying you can't ban Bitcoin because it goes against our First Amendment rights because code is speech. Well, here's the thing. they say while code may have some elements of speech in that it can be used to express and communicate, code is actually very different. Unlike speech, it executes actions, which can be and often are regulated by law with official enforcement. So also writing code as a form of expression is in itself harmless, right? It's just like speaking your mind publicly, but Bitcoin users aren't writing code, they are executing the code, they are taking an action, which could theoretically be declared illegal, right? And given that the public blockchain has such transparency, it would be pretty easy to enforce it on Bitcoin because we know that Bitcoin is not private, right? It's not anonymous, okay? It's pseudo-anonymous, right? You can use mixers and stuff, but ultimately, Bitcoin's not that hard to trace, guys, right? That's the point. It's supposed to be, a public ledger that we can all look at, right? That's the whole idea behind it. But, these are coming from the guys that say, I don't think nefarious activity has successfully been done with cash. And this is our Treasury Secretary, Steven Mnuchin. So, yeah, obviously these guys have vested interest in the dollar. They're going to support the dollar till the end. Making a statement like this is ridiculous. I know you guys watched that video yesterday. So I also tweeted about this because it was just madness, absolutely madness. But talking about some good things, and then let's get on out of here because it is it's actually a really muggy day in New York right now. It's you're probably wondering why I'm wearing this. I got the AC on blasting in here. But yeah, so anyway, you got tech-savvy Zimbabweans are putting their money in Bitcoin to preserve their wealth, and demand is booming in the country, according to recent reports. Despite Zimbabwean authorities banning banks from processing Bitcoin-related transactions, that has not stopped a growing minority in the country from buying cryptocurrencies. The increased demand has been stoked by fears of another hyperinflationary crisis in Zimbabwe. Just last month, the country's inflation rate rose to about 175%. And I think that this is a $1 trillion banknote that somebody is selling on eBay for $72. So yeah, that kind of puts it into perspective, guys. Also showing you that banks can stop you from purchasing. They can block you. They can tell you that you can't trade or you're a US citizen or this or that, but you can't kill Bitcoin. You can't stop Bitcoin. You can't shut down the network. You can't turn off the blockchain, and you can't stop people from owning Bitcoin. Just because you're a US citizen, so what? I can send you Bitcoin. You can hold it in a wallet. That'll never ever be able to change, right? So that is the situation moving forward. Talking about some coin news, getting on out of here. Ripple, they recently bought a share of the company MoneyGram. Well, on July 19th, it looks like MoneyGram established a partnership with, I think it's Sentbe, they're called. Maybe I said that wrong. Also, this would by default mean that it's a partnership with Ripple. So this makes them basically able to be their first virtual agent based in South Korea. So there you go. Also, holy crap, CoinGecko put out a quarterly report sponsored by eToro, free. Totally free. Guys, this is a free report. I have never seen a free report of this much quality. Like, seriously, go through this. It's insane, the amount of information that's in here. I don't even know where to begin, guys. So check this out. It is absolutely free. There's guys that would charge like hundreds, maybe even to like $1,000 for this type of a thing, and this is absolutely free. So I highly suggest you download this report. I'm gonna drop it below. It's absolutely free. Also, for my friends out there, how to avoid cryptocurrency scams, updated for 2019. This is on Shrimpy's blog, 24 red flags. Let's see, no public code repository, no activity, small team, no advisors, low engagement, no funding, plagiarized white paper, Ponzi's, yeah. Okay, so you guys can check that out if you're interested. And before we go, I just wanted to say it's a crazy day for Bitcoin. We're at some insane resistance. Is Bitcoin going to be able to break through? This is one of those situations where it's not the greatest time to be trading. It's definitely pretty scary because right now Bitcoin could go either way. Signs are pointing down, but we could have a short squeeze if everybody just starts shorting the market, and we could end up going to the upside. So yeah, currently we're just backing the old Bart Simpson pattern. So like I said, guys, if you guys are interested, download, use my referral link for ByBit, hit up CryptoFace. It's only going on for the next 2 days. After that, that's it. If you're interested, definitely check that out. That being said, my name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. By the way, I forgot to say, thank you for checking out the video today. I appreciate it. You guys know I appreciate everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting.